Previously on The Final Pitch, the millennial CEO of Prime Philippines, Jet Yu, puts his entrepreneur picks through their business challenge.
I was looking for that there might be some pitching along the way. The riddle part really caught me off guard.
You guys were lucky. You guys have like what, 20 and 10 minutes advantage?
I must say that you did well with your presentation. That is something most investors would want from a property consultant.
This week, it's time for Team Weecomm to learn the ropes of the real estate business with Wee Community Developers President and CEO, Cesar Wee. My name is John Aguilar, and I'm a serial entrepreneur based in Manila, Philippines. I've gathered 5 illustrious investors looking to fund and support the next great real estate play. Jet Yu, millennial dealmaker and CEO of property advisory firm Prime Philippines. Cesar Wee, CEO of fast-rising real estate development group Wee Community Developers. Victor Consunji, founder and CEO of innovative modern homes developer Victor Consunji Development Corporation. Carrie Lagdameo, first vice president of Davao-based property development firm Damosa Land. And George Royeca, chief transport advocate of the beloved motorcycle hailing app Angkas. Our goal is to find the best properties and urban solutions and forge joint ventures that will change the landscape of Philippine real estate. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch. Today, Cesar Wee enjoys a successful real estate business and heads the young and dynamic Wee Community Developers Inc. But in his earlier years, he admits to being the black sheep in the family and seemed poised for a completely different future.
I'm the fourth of 6 kids, and I was the middle child, and I really had the middle child syndrome. I was rebellious, I was hard-headed, I didn't want to study, I just played basketball. Growing up, I just remember every Sunday, my dad would force us to play basketball with him. So that was yung sacred family time. I love basketball because it's my bonding experience with my kids. When people ask me what I learned most from my dad, it's really that you have to spend time with your family, and he did that through sports. When people build houses, they usually build a basement to put their sports cars. I don't like sports cars. I like playing sports, basketball in particular. So in my basement, there's a basketball court. During weekends or after school, they would ask me to help out in our factory. I would do some weird experiments in our laboratory, just manual labor. That was my first taste of my entrepreneur life, as being the assistant of my parents. So after graduating in college, when I worked for my dad, bigla na lang it's a different scenario. I'm not an entrepreneur anymore. I was a vice president agad. So that's something that was ironic for me. I guess it's strange that they wanted me to manage their business but not put up new businesses. I guess that's why I moved out of the family business, because I really wanted to become a businessman, an entrepreneur. My dad put up a real estate business. Our family being not in real estate, it was very hard for us. So for our first project, it was a big flop. It was a big disaster. I wasn't able to sell units because it was right smack in the late 1990s, which was the Asian economic crisis. I wanted to know this business. I didn't want my career in real estate to end on a bad note. So what I did was I went out. Luckily, I found a mentor. His name is Jerry Chowa. He's from Pro Friends. It's a big housing company. I resigned from the family business, worked for Mr. Chowa for 5 years. He gave me a hard time. He broke my character. So when I got into his company, number one, I wasn't a boss. I was basically the assistant of everyone. So that's how I learned. I climbed the ropes. So from being everyone's assistant, I became the project director. So that's like the head of a project. Around 2008, he fired me. He said, I taught you everything you needed to know about real estate. I believe you can put up your own company. It's something you really have to do. You have to go out, spread your wings. So it was a very big milestone for me. So that's how Weecomm started. I formed the company. I partnered with a friend of mine. His name is Yap. So he was also working for the family, but he wasn't happy. We joined forces. Luckily, he was a sales and marketing guy, and I was more an operations, finance, and construction person. Our tandem did very well. And I said, okay pala to bounce ideas with someone. Again, luckily, Carson Shoa, my COO right now, he approached me and then he said, you know what, I want to do something different. I want to do something out of the family. After Carson joined Weecomm, our sales flew, we did more projects, everything was more organized.
We call ourselves the black sheep or the rejects. He believes in giving people chances. We are people who came from various backgrounds, who wanted to make a difference, who wanted to create something from ourselves and out of ourselves. And Cesar is the main person who gives people the break, and I owe a lot to him. In 2015, the gross revenue or the gross reserve sale of the company was around 600 million only. So we were so bullish that time, sabi namin. We'd hit 10 billion by 2020. That's where we started expanding in the provinces. I guess through God's grace as well as everyone's effort, in 2019, a year ahead of our target, we've already breached 10 billion. We're already at 13 billion.
We and the community meaning, I guess our responsibility for the community is still there as we build more and more projects. And developers, we can't drop developers because one of my partners, his name is Yap, so he passed away a few years ago. His name is still there because he's one of the founding directors of the company. Weecomm is about sharing what we know, improving on our developments, improving on what we have. Weecomm grew because we actually share technology with people who can probably be and most likely will be our future competitors. So I guess that's what's different with Weecomm. The way I manage is very different from the old school type of management. Number one, I rarely go to the office because I want people to be accountable. What I do is I set parameters, I set budgets, we agree on a business plan, a business model, and then I let my partners and the people that we mentor do everything else. So that's how my mentor taught me before, and now this is how I'm doing my business. It's a simple formula, but it works.
He's very light and funny, so meaning you can see it in our office. It cascades down to everyone. So we're not very corporate in nature, so we joke around with everyone. So we don't really mind if people don't call us sir or boss. So we call each other primarily through our first names because we want to foster a certain compassion and a certain relationship between each worker, wherein we really see each other as friends.
We like to teach, we like to mentor new people, we want to expand the industry. We're technically opening our doors to mentor more people outside of our circle of friends. So that's actually the main reason we joined in this show.
I have with me right now a few areas for possible investment on joint venture basis.
Lopez Realty, for us, it felt like a no-brainer because one, they're offering a property, and the properties that they're offering were things that we were really keen on looking at.
Brookie makes it easy for real estate developers to send information to their sales team using data management and artificial intelligence.
For Brookie, we saw how it can help our salespeople in terms of making or cascading information faster, and we like the husband and wife team very much in terms of attitude.
It is our mission to revolutionize the student renting experience by transforming dormitories into co-living spaces.
For Rental B, this goes in line with our 2021-2025 objectives, which is to do more recurring income, dormitories being one of them.
What is Move On solving? Time, information, and payment. No more waiting, we are aggregating bus companies, and at the same time, we create easy payment solutions.
Last one, Move On. The concept is really brilliant. No? The Philippines will not change anytime soon, meaning it has a market that would stay or be relevant for the next 50 or so many other years. We realized that there's a bigger world outside because for the longest time we've been doing real estate, mainly real estate. Opening up ourselves to new possibilities really, it humbles you in a way that there's a bigger world outside.
I always try to look for people that have something to prove. What drives them, why they're doing it. Is there something you want to prove? Go find a mentor. That's very important. You don't have to push them to work hard if they're driven. We can teach everything about real estate, but you cannot teach drive. Prove people that you're better than them, or the drive to show people that you can make a difference in this world.
Up next, I'd like to welcome back the CEO of We Community Developers, Inc.
So today is a special day. I'm going to personally give you a tour of all of our projects.
Hello, entrepreneurs. Hi, John. Welcome to Central Tower in the heart of Quezon City. We are along N. Domingo. This spot is as prime as it can be, and this is the 5th project of We Community Developers, the team that picked you here on the final pitch. And now, I'd like to welcome back the CEO of We Community Developers, Inc., Cesar Wee.
Hi, John. Hi, entrepreneurs. Welcome to Central Tower. This is our hotel and residential project. So today is a special day. I'm going to personally give you a tour of all of our projects. I would also like to introduce my COO, Carson Choa.
Hi, Entreps. So as Cesar mentioned, we'll be showing you around several of our projects. But aside from that, we'd also like you to experience how to be a developer for a day. So we'll be showing you around several of our departments, how we conceptualize projects, how we do our sales planning, and so much more. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
Sure will.
This is a rare glimpse into the life of a real estate developer. You are very fortunate to be here right now, and hopefully after this, you will be a partner of the group. So let's begin. For the tour, Sesur will be introducing Weecomm's partners for each of their projects. They are the people that they mentor and are given the free hand in running Weecomm's projects.
I'd like to introduce Carlo Choa. He's the head project director of our Centro Tower project.
Hi.
So I'll leave you in the good hands of Carlo. Carlo, take it away.
Welcome to our 2-bedroom unit. So this is actually the actual unit that we rent out to our guests. So it's basically a 84 square meter unit. As you can see, it's designed as a rustic model. So what we wanted to bring is actually give a different experience to our Centro Tower guests.
Fully furnished.
Yeah, it's really
all
fully
utensils.
furnished, yes.
For one, the ceilings are high.
Yeah, the ceiling is actually quite high, just to give a feel that the space is actually big. Yeah. So this is our master's bedroom. We made it more spacious. So in here, we have wanted to maximize the space and utility of the space. Actually, the CR, we made it quite big. We noticed that any given person actually spends an hour or an hour and a half in the toilet. So we really had to make sure that it's quite big.
Centro Tower is a 25-story mixed residential and condotel. It's interesting because in real estate, you always want to have that recurring income. So we have 100 units. Our occupancy is very high. It ranges from 85 to 95% daily. So we're very proud of that project.
Next on their tour is a visit to an ongoing Weecomm project in Quezon City.
We know that property prices in Metro Manila are very expensive already. So we're always trying to find that perfect property that's not so expensive but still accessible to people. And this property that's like 150 meters away from the MRT stop, that's a no-brainer for us. Guys, welcome to our Grand Mesa Residences sales office. This is Terenary. She's our project director for Grand Mesa Residences.
So welcome. I'll tour you around our sales office. Let's go. This is a bedroom model unit with an area of 25 square meters. So this is our kitchen. The sink and the cabinets are the actual deliverables. Also included the grease trap, which is also one of the important deliverables
Of
that
your
we've
unit.
included.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very good. You really took that into consideration.
Yes. So our next area is the toilet and bath.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all glass, huh? It
Yes.
maximizes again the space. Perfect. Yeah.
You can also see that it's very big because we've allocated space for the washing machine. Next is I'll show you the dining table. We've also maximized the space. So here.
Oh.
There are also folding chairs underneath, which you can just get whenever you need it. So here's our living room. We have units with balcony, so you can see the view of the Mesa Eco Park and the watershed.
So what's this for?
Ah, so you can use it for the living room and
Yes.
the room.
Yes. So this is the bedroom with double-sized bed, which is perfect for either a single person occupant or for married couple.
Yeah.
Before going further, Team Weecomm sits down together for the first time to get more acquainted with each other.
Hi guys, hi and Creps. Let's start it off. Janine, what's your why? Why are you doing this?
I think it started out as a problem that I myself needed to solve, which was getting home to my family. The only way you can travel is via bus. We created a solution that would help us get home faster, easier, more convenient, guaranteed. That's what drives Move On, really.
Ryan, how about you?
First of all, Rentalbee is a co-living service provider, and we build community inside properties so that we make sure that the lives of the student will be more experiential.
What type of experiences are you really offering? That's actually that made me more curious about your product.
As you can see from the past, the management doesn't care about you. What we're trying to do is to providing better services for the students because they deserve it.
Elroy?
Well, for me, early on, I really wanted to build something. I really want to build something that not only will give me stability, it will give me growth, and maybe somewhat also a legacy I could pass on to my kids. With Rookie naman, we see a need for digitization. At this level, then we wanted to also learn more. It's your lives that we want to make easier.
Carl?
On our part, we were looking for a young company that's, I should say, maybe dynamic and pretty flexible. At the same time, learn from the younger generation. I'm really hoping to learn a lot from you guys, and I hope that this is start of something big and a long-term thing. Yeah.
I guess what we want to impart to the entrepreneurs, I guess what we experienced before when we started the company. Of course, we wanted control of our time so we can spend more time with the family, that's one. Secondly, I guess we wanted to prove to everyone that we could do something meaningful, something will make society better. We grew the company through partners. We're hoping that we can grow your company along with our company as future partners. And I hope we go forward with that direction in mind. So before we continue with more business talk, I think we should eat first, and then after this, go on the tour.
Up next,
We are now at the Harbor Park Residences.
So what makes Harbor unique is that it's inspired by the 17th and 18th century cafes and restaurants in Denmark.
Welcome to Baron Tower. This is actually our flagship project. This is our mini Shark Tank.
the group continues with its tour with a visit to Weecomm's biggest project to date.
Hi, entrepreneurs. So we are now at the Harbor Park Residences. This is Delak. She's actually the project director for this project. She takes care of everything from conceptualization and construction. I'd like to introduce my good friend, Chris Chua. He's actually my only contractor for 11 years. Does all of my projects and is a very good friend. Did my house. So Chris Chua. Delak, please take it away.
Okay. So welcome to the site of Harbor Park Residences here in Mandaluyong City. So it sits in a 3,400 square meter property. We have 2 towers with 1,007 units. So what makes Harbor unique is that it's inspired by the 17th and 18th century cafes and restaurants in Denmark. The colorful houses there by the river. So Harbor is close enough to Makati. You can see Makati there. It's located in a quiet neighborhood where people can take refuge and rest after a long day. We have 2 towers. That's Tower 1 and this is Tower 2. It's gonna be connected, so the land stretches up to the green part over there.
Is there access to the river?
River, yes.
The river.
What we did was we donated a piece of our property to the city. So there's gonna be an access, may parang arc. And then after, when we're done with our project, what we plan to do is that we'll rehabilitate the park also. So mai-incorporate siya sa condo talaga.
It's about time na may prime property right beside the river.
For their next destinations, the team visits Weecomm's San Juan projects, beginning with Barron Tower.
If you asked me 11 years ago if I could do a 30-floor project in San Juan on the main road of Wilson, I would probably say you're crazy. Welcome to Barron Tower. This is actually our flagship project. So I'd like to introduce my partner, Carter Choa. Carter is our project head for Barron Tower. He's also the head of our architectural and engineering department.
Welcome to Barron Tower.
So he'll give you a tour, Carter.
Yeah. Barron Tower is our 4th project in San Juan. It's the most ambitious and biggest project so far. It's a 30-story with 196 units. So guys, welcome to our latest model unit. It's called the Barron Lux. So each unit has a 75 square meter footprint, and the owners are given the chance to do whatever they like inside. If you notice, this area is also planned squarish because it's easier for planning. So people can adjust whatever they like. Our ceilings are 3.4 meters high. So imagine you have more ventilation. The feeling is not so claustrophobic. Actually, we have 2 bedrooms here. One master, which has a private toilet, and then another one inside which has a provision for 2 single beds. So if you take a look at this side, it's an open layout. It can be converted to a service area where you can put your maid's room or a toilet inside. We have here a kids' room. So this is a perfect layout for a starting family. Everything now is very high-tech. Of course, we have to go with the flow. So all our projects have provisions for smart homes. It can be controlled by Alexa. Even the curtains can be opened and closed automatically.
Next on the list is Barron 3 Gardens in San Juan, which also houses Weecomm's in-house sales and tech team.
So Weecomm Prestige is different because Weecomm Prestige is really our in-house sales team. So they are our exclusive sales team. They cannot sell for anyone else. And we really built them only because whatever happens, if brokers stop selling for us, we still have them. So they're very close to my heart. And when they came on board, we grew along with them. Our sales went up because they were there. Hello, entrepreneurs. I'd like to introduce our head of sales, Ayana. Ayana, take it away.
All right, this is our office right here. In front of you is our sales team. So we started Weecomm Prestige last August 2015 with a group of friends with the same values and work ethics. So then we're looking forward to longer years with Mr. Wee. So to tell you more about Weecomm Prestige, I'd like to call on our president of Weecomm Prestige, which is Mr. Kendrick Chan.
Yeah, so Weecomm Prestige is the in-house marketing arm of We Community Developers Inc. And with the support and trust of Cesar and Carson, we were able to build and grow and sell out almost all of the Weecomm's Manila projects. We owe our success, of course, to 3 factors. The first one, number 1, will be, of course, our people. We were able to develop and find people who are committed not only to the company, but also to their own goals. We were lucky enough that the culture is with the developer and us are the same. And We Community Developers Inc. has given us quality projects. So at the end of the day, it's not about selling. It's us giving our customers a good investment, quality homes that they can be proud of.
I think it's important also to add that We Community Developers and Weecomm Prestige are partners in all of our projects. So that's exactly how we built our culture. Hopefully that's something we could also have with you guys moving forward. Carson?
So just to give real value of prestige to Weecomm is that Weecomm is not Weecomm without prestige. When Ken and his group decided to join us, that's when things really started skyrocketing. And the best part of the relationship we have as a group is that, as you are well aware, real estate is really a cutthroat business. So in here, we try to develop each and every seller we have to become the best versions of themselves. And at the end of the day, we're friends. And we treat each other as friends. There's no bosses here. Everyone's equal. As you can see the environment we have, everyone's joking around, but everyone's all serious in terms of the output that we give. I think that's the main difference in terms of what prestige stands for and prestige is for Weecomm.
I consider Weecomm to be very fortunate. Imagine in one hand, we have Weecomm Prestige. And on the other hand, we have a great group of brokers that have been selling for us since day one. We trust them, we've built them over the years. These brokers are really the reason why Weecomm is Weecomm. The sellers that really brought us where we are now are really the heroes of Weecomm. One of them is Boss Anthony Luterio of Filipino Homes. They're one of the biggest broker groups in the whole of the Philippines. Sir Bobby and Grace Lorico of Blue Diamond Realty, Sir Boy and Norly Dacles of A&. Dacles Realty, Josel Hermosa of J-Force Elite, and Tita Yoli Mariari of YRM Realty. They've been with us every step of the way, and the success of Weecomm wouldn't have been possible without all of their help. Their loyalty is something that we really cherish, and it's really one of the great relationships that we have with them that made this all possible. And yung sa tech naman, that's something we're proud of. It's all in-house. The pride of us designing our own projects is there. Secondly, the quality of our structural or plumbing, mechanical aspects of our buildings are all very high level. They don't have any other projects to deal with, and at the end of the day, if there are complaints, it's still us. We don't have an outside engineer that will save us. It's all in-house. So that's what I like about it. The real secret of Weecomm is really its employees. When we started as a small company, we only had a handful of employees, but all of them grew with us. We promoted them into department heads, and it's really the family culture that really made us grow. We really have to highlight the importance of our department heads, all of our partners, all of our employees. Everyone in Weecomm is the reason why we are successful.
For the last part of the tour, the team gets to visit the nerve center of Weecomm developers in San Juan.
Hi entrepreneurs. This is actually, for me, the best part of the tour. This is our mini Shark Tank of investors and people that we mentor. All of them. Guys, say hi. Hi. So if ever we do business with you guys, if we partner, this is the setup that we'll have. Young, aspiring entrepreneurs that we mentor and we partner with.
Basically, bulk of the ideas and the expansion plans and the new projects that the company has comes from this room. Actually, we're already planning for 2025. So we're done with our first 5 years and we've hit our goals already. So we're targeting 2021, 2025. We're planning to triple whatever we did. So hopefully you guys will be on board when we go through that venture.
I learned a lot today, and they really care about the culture. I see Weecomm now as a true company that embodied the great values for success.
He really went on and found a mentor. I see him also as a mentor, that he's a person is so generous enough to share his knowledge and share his expertise.
Very interesting that they were once in our position, that they were once a startup, and to see where Weecomm is now. It already excites me as a startup entrepreneur and inspires our company to one day become as big as them.
For Weecomm, success in business does not only mean success within the company. By mentoring and allowing their partners and possible future competitors to run and develop their projects means that success is shared to more people outside their organization. And it is a business model that works.
So I guess that's what's different with Weecomm. We're open to teaching people who want to learn. We're open to creating new competitors. So it's not just Weecomm's vision, it's more our vision for the country. So guys, thank you for today. I hope to see you at the final pitch. I hope we make a deal. Let's make it happen, guys.
Next time on The Final Pitch, Team VCDC gets to know their potential investor, Victor Consunhi.
The best investors are also the ones that bring some kind of value aside from just money.
And the two entrepreneurs of the team face off in their business challenge.
He was very shy.
But that's a problem because you have to be able to connect under pressure.
So imagine this will welcome you. It came so natural for me.
Did one stand out?
One clearly did that better than the other.